Hey guys, hope you're having a good weekend. I want to show you something real quick. So, the DFL is doing something that the Minnesota Reformer is reporting on. Minnesota Reformer says that Democrat lawmakers are pushing bills to make the criminal justice system more rehabilitative and less punitive. Less punitive is the key phrase there. Now, I had a back and forth with Majority Leader Jamie Long from the Minnesota House of Representatives this week in committee regarding his bill. And he used a curious term. He talked about Minnesota being a low punishment state, that it wasn't woefully, in his view, woefully isn't a low punishment state. And so I asked him, is that the goal? Is that what you're trying to accomplish here? Do you want to have a low punishment state? And he equivocated a bit and basically said, well, low or high isn't really the goal. It's effective punishment. Well, here, the Minnesota Reformer makes it very clear that, in fact, the stated goal is to have a less punitive system. And it's interesting, they justified a couple more paragraphs down. They say the strong push for reform comes after Minnesota Republicans sought to paint Democrats as soft on crime during the midterm elections, but came away with nothing to show for it. And that phrasing is very indicative of an attitude that we have seen time and time again throughout this legislative session. It's been displayed by Governor Tim Walz. It's been displayed by other prominent Democrats. And that attitude is, you lost, too bad, so sad, you get nothing. The problem is, it'd be one thing if that was just directed towards Minnesota Republicans, elected Republicans such as myself. That's fine. You can have your Schadenfreude all day long. You can make fun of us. You can spike the football. That's your prerogative if that's the kind of person you are and that's how you want to behave. But it's not just directed at us. It's directed at you. It's directed at everyday common Minnesotans. It's directed at people who took them at their word when they said they care about public safety, they care about the Social Security tax repeal, they care about inflation and giving you some of your money back, giving you back some of the 12 and then 15 and then 17 and now $19 billion state budget surplus. They told you that they were going to do all those things and that they cared about those things. And now, because Republicans lost the election, they don't have to deliver on their promises. That's the attitude.
They rolled the dice and lost. So don't give me crocodile tears.
And this really can't be overstated, because politically there's really only two reasons to ever do anything. And that's because you want to, or because you perceive that you have to. And what Democrats are saying with this attitude that's articulated in the Minnesota Reformer and has been articulated in other cases by various high profile Democrats, what they're saying is, we won the election, and therefore the list of things that we have to do has evaporated. We don't have to do anything. So we only need to focus on the stuff that we want to do. And as it turns out, that doesn't include a Social Security tax cut. It doesn't include public safety. It doesn't include making your streets safer. It includes making life easier for criminals. It includes focusing on less punishment, a less punitive criminal justice system, because that's what they want. They don't feel like they have to do anything. And so what they're revealing with their legislative agenda, we're almost halfway through the session. What they've revealed at this point is everything that they want to do, their priorities, their focus, and through omission, everything that they don't want to do, everything that they don't care about, everything that they don't prioritize. And it's quite telling. Have a good weekend.